So a few weeks ago, I got back from an emotional healing retreat, which was absolutely fantastic. I worked through emotions that I'd not been able to process. I dealt with traumas that I thought I'd already dealt with and dug so deep I felt like something huge shifted in me. But one of the things that happened at this emotional healing retreat was that the lady that ran it stuck to a regular routine. Every morning, 7 a.m, she went for a walk. I joined her every single day. And then she was back, breakfast, and continued with the rest of her routine. And one of the things that I took away from the retreat was the importance of having a routine. Now, I already had a routine of sorts in my sobriety, but I've continued this routine and I've really noticed the difference that it's made to my emotional well-being. And I wanted to share with you what that routine looks like and explain a little bit about why having a routine in your sobriety can really give you a boost and help set you up for success. Having a routine is so good for keeping yourself accountable, managing your mood, reducing your anxiety, improving your self-esteem, and even improving your brain function, because you're nourishing yourself with the things that you need. You're protecting yourself from the things that may cause you to have a setback or a slip up. And it also gives you a sense of purpose and it helps you to stay accountable. That's the most important thing in all of this. It's keeping you accountable and it's keeping you on track. So let's talk about what that routine might look like. We know what the benefits are, but how do you actually do it? What's the most important aspect of that routine? Now, the human body clock is fairly sensitive. If we get up at different times every day and go to bed at different times, late nights, early in the morning, you name it, your body clock is going to be all over the place and you're going to end up feeling tired. If we get our body clock used to regular times that we get up, regular times that we go to bed, we're keeping everything stable, and that's going to help with our mood. It's going to reduce how tired we feel. We're going to wake up feeling refreshed, recharged and ready to go into the day. So the biggest thing that's helped me is getting up earlier. I like to get up early, but at a regular time. These days I get up about 6 a.m. and I'm out of the door for my morning walk straight after my shower. So around 6:30 a.m. I'm out for a walk, rain or shine, you name it. I actually track my walks using Strava, which is a fitness app. And every morning I take a photo and I share it on the app. You could do the same in one of the sobriety communities, or you could do it on an app like I do. I just like to notice and pay attention to my surroundings while I'm out, keeping me present, making sure I'm in the moment. I find that it sets me up for the day. Previously, I was getting up and I was going straight into my emails, getting straight on with work, and it wasn't the right way to start the day. So starting the day with some form of exercise or a walk, taking a nice photo, sharing it if you can, connecting with people at the same time is a great way to kick off your day. And then I'll get back and I'll have breakfast. I make sure I avoid sugary breakfast because I was finding that sugary breakfasts were giving me a big spike of sugar and then I would crash around 10 to 11 a.m. So something like scrambled eggs and spinach, porridge with some fruit or some nuts, they're perfect. They slowly release energy across the course of the morning. And after my breakfast, I'll take my supplements. Fish oil is a big one for me. Vitamin D, vitamin C and a multivitamin as well. Now you need to work out your own combination of supplements and get advice if necessary, but all of those can help with mood, they can help with immunity and they can help with energy levels. So take a look at what might be right for you and feel free to share in the comments below what does work for you supplement wise and what routine works for you if you've already got a sober routine. Now, after I've had my breakfast, taken my supplements, been for my morning walk, the next thing is I'll get into my to-do list and I make sure I have a to-do list so that I feel a sense of accomplishment and feel like I've made progress in my day. I'll also make sure that at some point during the morning I have some time to do something for myself. If that's meditate or do one of my hobbies if that's possible. Sometimes that needs to wait till later in the day, but I'll make sure that there's a window where I can do what I love. I always try and make space for some meditation. That only takes 10 minutes. But my other hobbies, painting, writing, running, exercise, I try and make sure I get those in at some point, but often that has to wait until after I finish my work, understandably, right? And then, of course, I make sure that I'm conscious of my nutrition. I don't want to be eating lots of saturated fats, sugary foods, or foods that are packed with salt. So I think in advance about what I'm going to eat. I plan my meals, lunchtime, dinner time, and I'll often prepare those possibly later in the afternoon and make sure I've got them ready. So that's one more job off of my to-do list. And then after work, which is normally around 5, 6 p.m, that's when I'll normally make time for a bit of exercise. I'll either jump on my Peloton bike or I'll go for a run, or I might go for another walk. It depends how I'm feeling. I also go to a fitness boot camp, which is another great way of connecting with people, making new friends and getting fit at the same time. It's also important to journal and make time for learning and practicing new skills. Whether that's learning a language or working on your sobriety, it doesn't matter. But making time for your own personal growth is really important. And that could be reading a book, watching lessons in my program, for example. But whatever it is, make sure you have that time available for you to do your own growth work. And this might sound hard if you've got a family and a busy house, but make sure that the allocation of chores is fair. Maybe the kids can take some. Maybe your partner could take a few more. Maybe you could hire a cleaner if the budget allows. But have a think about how you can create more time. Many of the people I work with have got a very full plate, and I often feel the scales are not always tipped in their favour and they're too afraid to ask for help. But it's okay to ask for help. So if you need to make more time, think about what you need to do in order to make that happen. Normally as the evening wears on and it gets to about 8 o'clock and I've had my dinner, I'll have some downtime. I might watch some TV. Normally we do that as a family, and I'll always have one of my nice botanical alcohol-free drinks with tonic water. So think about what you're going to replace alcohol with. What could you put into your routine to have instead of alcohol? What could you put in your routine to do instead of drinking? If you find that it's really hard sitting in front of the TV or doing certain activities, what could you replace them with? What else gives you a big hit of dopamine and makes you feel good? What do you find that you completely lose track of time when you do it? Because that's what you should be doing more of. You don't need to be drinking alcohol. You need to be doing more of the things that give you a big hit of dopamine, but in a positive way. Later in the evening I might do an evening meditation, and then I usually go to bed around 10 or 10:30 p.m. I used to go to bed a lot later, but I also found that I was getting up much later, and I went through a period where I wasn't putting the alarm on. My getting up times were really irregular, and I noticed the impact it was having on my mood and it was having on the quality of my sleep. I was feeling tired even though I was laying in bed for longer in the mornings. So think about what a routine might look like to you. A sobriety routine is really important. It can be something that protects you, keeps you safe from having a drink. And as I said, it can keep you really accountable, and it can help you stay connected, it can help you grow, and it can help you flourish in an alcohol-free world. So I hope that helps. If you enjoy my videos, hit the subscribe button. I'd love you to be part of my YouTube community. Just hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. You'll get notified every time there's a new video. There's new ones every Tuesday and every Thursday. So until next time, I will see you again very soon.